TED Talks, brought to you by Erbs and Gerbs. Go online and check out their delightful sandwich menus and soups. Order yourself something today.
Welcome to another weekly Ted's Talk Twins with Ted Swetzler from Twins Daily and at TL Schwerz. Man, the Twins are in a weird spot the last week and a half, 2 weeks or so. Trevor Larnach goes back to AAA. Jose Miranda goes back to AAA. They would prefer to have better production from guys that they were going to be relying on. Sweep the Royals, great. Kansas City is not a good team. Detroit was supposed to not be a good team either, and they are sitting second in the AL Central right now. Chicago was supposed to be a good team, and they're one of the worst teams in baseball. So the AL Central has just been a very weird division. The Twins are on pace to win something like 88 to 92 games this year, and that seems pretty light, but it could win the AL Central. The Guardians are one of the worst offensive teams in baseball as far as OPS is concerned. The Twins aren't doing themselves any favors. They have the second lowest batting average in baseball. It helps that their pitching is better than it's ever been, but this team is very weird. This division is very weird. Thankfully, they took 2 or 3 from the Padres, who spent an absolute boatload of money this offseason. An ugly Game 1 loss, even though Joe Ryan pitched well. They won Game 2 in extras. And then today, they did a good job to just continue pushing Yu Darvish and making sure they were in a position to be competitive. Chicago comes to Target Field this weekend. The Cubs are below 500. It could be an interesting series. They will face Marcus Stroman in the final game of the series. Chicago has taken some flyers on guys. Cody Bellinger has been amazing this year after struggling with the Dodgers the last couple of seasons. Seiya Suzuki is having a good year. How the Twins fare this weekend could really differentiate them from the rest of the division. But again, it continues to be an issue that their offense cannot hit. Carlos Correa did come through today, but he has struggled most of the year. Larnach has been sent down. Miranda has been sent down. It is nice to see Alex Kirilloff back up with the big league club, and he has had great plate appearances since returning. There's been walks, there's been hits. There hasn't been a ton of power yet, but that's been similar for a guy like Joey Gallo, who has taken walks, and while he hasn't hit for power for a matter of weeks, he's continued to be productive, and that's really what the Twins need. They just need solid at-bats. Royce Lewis will debut in the system today with AA Wichita. The hope would be that he could potentially push Jose Miranda or Kyle Farmer or Willie Castro from an infield perspective. But yeah, Minnesota is just, they're lost offensively right now. And you're going to go through that as the season continues. But it's a good thing to see them competing from a pitching perspective so highly. It's unfortunate that Tyler Mahle is going to deal with a Tommy John surgery that will probably keep him out through 2024 and into 2025. The Twins could look to extend him similar to what they did with Michael Pineda and Chris Paddock. That trade was a great one at the time. It has not turned out well. But if they could get him on a depressed value contract and watch out for him over the course of his rehab and maybe cycle him back in post Sonny Gray, post Kenta Maeda, alongside of Simeon Woods-Richardson or Bailey Ober or Louis Varland. Like, there's definite benefit to making that work. So the Twins will have to navigate that over the next couple of weeks, couple of months, figure out what that looks like. But this team, as close as they are to 500 and figuring things out, definitely not as bad or sky is falling as it may look. And, you know, the division is going to give them opportunity. So it's on them to capitalize. We'll check back in next week.